Alrighty, now here's a really cool one. Now this is with the JT's Mega Steam, as they call it. This is always my go-to smoke fluid. I actually didn't have it up until like a month or two ago, but I used it for years. And what's really cool is, so the reason I bought it is everyone knows my awesome reseller. So I had a MTH 1105, and I wanted to have it as perfect as possible to go out. But long story short, I primed it. The thing works awesome. That's the J Class 746, by the way. This is the 462 Imperial Pacific. Wow. Look at that smoke output. I actually just had the stock. I like the stock MTH smoke fluid. I like the smell. I just last night, I was like, I didn't have any on hand. I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And I had, it's the cotton candy scent, by the way. What's really cool is with the cotton candy, it really brings back some nostalgia. That's how long I've actually been with MTH and stuff. I hope I got it to go the right way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow. Anyway, I'll make it short with what the nostalgia refers to as my first PS2 3-volt Imperial engine. So that's the Imperial in the other room, is all the JFK one. Is the Union Pacific SD70 Ace with Proto 2. I got it next to the Bush funeral unit. Well, it's not the one I have. It's actually a great pairing because it's, even though the one I have, my original, and it's a lot of sentimental value. Isn't 9096 as it was in the Bush funeral train? They make a great matchup, and with those MTH aluminum cars, again, I don't have the proper baggage cart with the casket and all, but it's not half bad. And wow. That's what I mean about MTH. I really like the Lion Chief 2.0 stuff too. I think that, like I said, it's supposed to be it's like Imperial, like that Mikado, the 462 or 282 Pensy Mikado. Now, what's really cool about that one, I just turned the smoke off because I don't want to. You definitely want to burn out the smoke in it. It smells perfect now. I don't want to just keep it running. Let's have it nice and quiet. Look at that, smooth. PS2 Mikado. No, Lion Chief 2 Mikado. My original Lion Chief Plus Mikado. And this is why a couple of weeks ago I was like, well, I've been cleaning up Lionel's messes for years. Well, I had the Lion Chief Plus Mikado. I loved it. Pennsylvania, and still, it ran great up until I sold it. But within a couple, no, it's like a month, the smoke went out. Well, actually more like a week. But then I like things so much, I ran it without the smoke. I was like, that's fine. But what's really cool, why I say Imperial, why those Lion Chief 2.0 Mikados, I hope you guys run them again, by the way. I'd love to see the holiday Mikado, maybe in silver and red, because I have a green one. They have the real Colode, they have the cab window glass, they have the figures and everything. Well, the old ones had the figures and glass, to be fair, and they have the separate marker lights, too. And as you can see on that Imperial P47, I know it's not P42. I hope I'm not making a fool of myself. I've been calling it a P47, so I believe it is. Like there's the Blue Comet. That's my PS2 3-volt one. Get into focus. You can see Miss Murphy over there with the big boy, Union Pacific big boy from Atlanta, Indiana. Oh, I better check in. I wonder if they're live in Atlanta yet. Live in Atlanta, Indiana. It's like my one friend had the song that goes, na na, na na. Atlanta, Indiana. I don't know. Is Atlanta, Indiana having like a big 4th of July or centennial celebration? They could have like these guys. A picture like ZZ Top comes in. Like ZZ Top will be having like, like the Revolutionary War guard or like something, but it would be like an act, and like then it would turn into like a wrestling match, and then like fireworks go off by Mr. Muffin's trains, or like Mr. Muffin will I hope they blur that at YouTube. That was Belinda Carlisle, which actually is funny because the 4th of July 3 years ago she sang her song "Heaven Is a Place on Earth." Maybe we could get her to show up too. Like I said, well, since Mr. Muffin's train is the model train capital of the world, I love old architecture, by the way, so we might as well, some in a neighboring city in Indiana, make like this huge casino, a water park complex, would have a model train theme, train museum, have some old locomotives. Maybe we could get the other. It's not 765. The other one that's in Bellevue, Ohio, Berkshire, have like literally like Strasbourg. See, I would want to do that in Strasbourg. The thing of it is, though, is I have a very heavy connection to the Toledo, Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio area. That's why I'm really trying to get New Baltimore, Michigan back up and going for Lionel. So I'm just speaking out loud, but yeah, that would be awesome for somewhere near Atlanta, Indiana. Oh, family in Chicago, by the way. That's where Poplarville Old Trains is, the Chicago area. So we really have to have something on that side because I feel like it's kind of unfair. It's not unfair that it makes sense with the East Coast with all the railroad history, but where west of Cleveland is pretty sad because Cleveland, they have the RTA, which is also they do have Amtrak. That's actually why I bought these P42s, a bunch of them over 10 years ago because actually. My one and only trip with Amtrak. That's basically how big the Cleveland Amtrak station is. We'll pretend it's that. We got the newlyweds on the platform, a vending machine. Well, the newlyweds, one's supposed to look like Brittany Murphy. Look at the movie Just Married. There's our SWA Atlantic Coastline. And red Jeep. Now, I know we were plugging a lot of the Clueless, sturdy stuff. Now, there's another movie. So, Clueless had a white Jeep. We had a lot of pink trains for Clueless. There's another movie with the red Jeep. And, well, the purple Atlantic Coastline is going to be directly tied into it. But, yeah, we may have given hints in other videos. We had another, well, it's more just my personal product line and what friends I grew up with in my age group, what they like and ideas. But this is a movie I saw years ago. I was like, you know what? Be awesome. And maybe I'm toying with the idea. Well, Menards had a house that was pretty close to it. I really want to do the Bob's Burgers building too. That's basically, let's pretend that's Bob's Burgers. Well, like it pretty much is. We got that's Big Bob's Diner, as Bob's dad's diner. There's Teddy painting it up. That's Teddy's van. Teddy the plumber and Bob's Burgers. Well, enjoy some trains, folks. Enjoy your weekend.